Some visitors to Stillwater Bay don't see the darkness, nor recognize its air of dread. They are the sun worshippers, followers of Ra, and seek the finest spa facilities from Charleston to Jacksonville, a city named for a certain family of the Old South, of course. Yes, there are the privileged few that Stillwater does make better, and they never know what hit them. You make your own odds, baby. You just need the tools and a game plan, Simon answers his daughter as he pencils in his Keno picks to give to the waitress. That's what you always say, El Capitan, but you've made like $2 in the hour we've been here. Give me that thing. Okay, if you can do better, he chuckles as Elle takes the pencil and card away. Before she dives in, she sips generously from her white chocolate iced coffee with peppermint shots. You're loving those things. What is that, like your third? It's my second, and man, is it fucking good. Oh, thanks for the language, Simon laughs. Sorry, Padre. It's awesome. There you go. Nice young lady. Me? Never. The waitress interrupts with a check and slips a small card to Elle. Thanks, Pepper. The Red Herring. You have a great little place here. Oh, thanks, Mr. Kittis. Did I get that right? You did. Say, any cheap accommodations for a working family beside the ones on the highway? Oh, yes, sir. There's a nice little motel just up the dirt road out front. You probably passed it as you exited coming in. Great. What's this? Says Elle, holding the card. Well, it's kinda lame, but since you folks said you'd be around a few days, there's not many young people at the resort, and I thought there's a little party for people our age, and, it's real casual, just listening to music, talking, and maybe having a bonfire. Well, if you're interested, that's the address. At 9 tomorrow night. The kids are real nice. Simon and Elle talk over each other and both giggle. Oh, I don't know. Hey, isn't that something? What a nice gesture. Hey, honey, you should go. It'd be great to meet new people. I bet you'd have a good time. Thank you so much, but, Elle reverses mid-sentence. Yeah, I'll think about it. Thanks. I've had kind of a rough time lately, and I don't... Hey, look, Pepper says. No pressure, It's totally up to you. It's fun when people come to Stillwater and we get a new person to talk to. Well, I'll bring your change. No, Pepper, that's for you. It's been great. You're very kind. Oh, sir. Gosh, are you sure? Yes. And you'll see Elle tomorrow night if I have to hog-tie her. They all laugh and say their goodbyes. The Kittis clan walks into the harsh sunlight, shielding their eyes. Elle throws on a blackened pair of John Lennon specs. Gee, wasn't that nice of her, hun? The people out in these small towns, amazing. They get in the rental for a short drive to the motel. Not a ton of traffic merging in. I'm glad you came, baby. I just know this place will help, and maybe I'll even get in a little sales time. Sales? Aw, Dad, I thought you said this was for relaxing. It is, don't worry. I just have a lead, is all. You know me, the brain never stops. Well, I don't want to be hanging by the pool alone all day. I mean it, Dad. I thought you said this was for my benefit, after the whole... Okay, I give. Hey, the way you look, you won't be alone long. Golly, thanks, she says sarcastically. Wow, will you look at that sumbitch? As they pull in to this grubby little motel, there stands the anomaly of a gorgeous white Lincoln Continental parked near the office. Two well-dressed men get out, buff as hell, and walk toward the duo. Mr. Kitties? No, guys, it's Kittis. The last syllable rhymes with kiss. What can I do you for? Sir, our employer, Mr. Robert Jackson of the Jackson Resort over yonder, insists that you follow us to the resort, where your entire stay will be complimentary, for you and, of course, for your daughter as well. Wow. Elle couldn't hold back. That can't be right, guys. I don't know Mr. Jackson. I mean, I've heard of him, but I don't see how— Sir, his exact words were, "You tell the best damn dealer from Macon to Savannah that he can't stay in that flea bag. I won't allow it." Holy cripes, are you serious? Whoa, way to go, father dear. Let's move before these kind gentlemen change their mind. I don't know what to say. That's awfully generous. Say yes, sir. Miss Kittis, would you like to ride in our limo? Do piglets grab the teat? Elle! Woohoo! See you there, Padre. All Simon could do was laugh and get in his car. He looks at the motel and thinks, I guess it wasn't meant to be, darlin'. They are buzzed in to a gate with a glorious sky blue sign for Jackson Resort, entering a walled city. As the car pulls into a crescent drive before an astounding antebellum mansion, they see an older and well-tanned gentleman with a suit as white as the limo, surrounded by corporately dressed men and women. Mr. Kitties, the man says. No, sir, it's Kittis. The second syllable rhymes with kiss. What a delightful way to put it, the man says. He gives Simon a firm handshake, then leans in and kisses his cheek. Simon laughs anxiously. And there's your kiss, Mr. Kittis. Robert Jackson at your service. Oh, Simon, please, and Robert, I don't know how to thank you for your kindness. Nothing of it, Simon. We will be doing business, of that I am quite sure, so it's all a simple write-off for me. Of course. Still very gracious, sir. May I present my daughter, Elle? Jackson cuts him off, approaching a grinning Elle and taking her hand. After a brief shake, he raises it to his lips, kisses it, and holds on to her under his arm. Charming. I'm delighted to meet you, Miss Elle. And there's your kiss as well. Everyone laughs as she turns 3 shades of red. Now, Simon, tomorrow at noon we will meet and discuss your very exclusive Emery number 99. I believe it may be just what I'm looking for. Please tell me you have one along. I have 2, actually, sir, just in case. But that's an extremely hush operation, and I'm stumped to how you've heard of it, to be frank. As I make inroads in these parts, Simon, I have occasion to come across some, well, dangerous animals. Do you believe I would not have heard of any advances in security technology that may become available? I will disclose that my clientele are among the most famous and important people on the globe. Oh, it's not yet available, sir. I should tell you that up front, seriously. I'd be sort of off the grid if I did give you a demonstration or a meeting, but I do think it would be beneficial to you. So do I, Simon. Don't worry. We will work things out tomorrow. But you two, my goodness, you must be exhausted. Your drive here had to take hours. Yes, Elle says, sighing. 3 hours. No more business. Settle in, relax, and have a swim. Have supper on me, I insist. And we'll save it all for later. Oh, thanks, Elle says. If I don't get a nap, I'm dead in the water. One hopes not, Miss Kittis. We'll talk tomorrow. Good night, Mr. Robert, Simon interrupted. Oh, and, sir, just to be ahead of the game, for the demonstration, you really should line up a couple of employees who are in shape or military trained to assist us. Jackson looks at the 2 men who drove them here. Count on it, Simon. You will have 2 solid opponents. A showered Elle sits on her choice of bed near the AC and flips through the stations as Simon unpacks. Hey, can you lower the TV a smidge, dearie? I can't hear my own failing heartbeat. Of course, Faza. She does so. What's got you tied up in knots anyway? I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I don't quite have the authority to be showing this product yet. As he says this, he takes two gigantic firearms out of a thick case and lays them across his bed. They look like space-age weapons from Mars, 3 feet long and boxy, with an array of buttons near the grip, and even some small dishes that resemble satellites circling the muzzle. They don't stay flat, but instead rock awkwardly. Holy death ray, Batman, what the ever-living fuck? I know, Elle. These babies are the height of future technology. In this case, your vulgarity is accurate. I shouldn't even have these out of the case. Well, don't leave them lying around on my account, whoa. No, you don't understand. I've got a shit ton of homework on these beauties tonight. They each have 3 manuals, and no one but our elite demonstrators know the extent of their power. I'm in over my head, but if I can land this account, all will be forgiven. For me and for Hal, the guy who snuck these out to me. You guys are in deep shit, Dad. Are you crazy? You have to teach these combat guys tomorrow. You're good, I know, but that good? When I make Jackson aware this is pre-approval, he'll understand if I stumble over some details. Trust me, I know how to fatten the calf. Speaking of which, I am starving after that nap. Let's go get some grub, Pops. Honey, you go. I've got to hit these books. Bring me back a cheeseburger with onions, will ya? Oh, now, see, here we go already. You promised. Just think, sweetheart. At 1 o'clock tomorrow, everything will be over. He sidles up to her on her bed and shuts off the set. I want to concentrate on you, getting you healthy and better. Please take advantage of all the resort has to offer and pamper yourself, baby. It's the least I owe you. Hey, I told you, you did nothing wrong. It's all on me. When Mom died, I got involved with those freaky guys that came to town. And I know I'm too much of a partier. You've got it straight now, right? I OD'd by accident. I took too much, period. It was the wrong crowd, man. I don't want to leave this world. I love you, Daddy. Though rational, she couldn't help crying. Simon fought tears as well. They hug. I know, baby. I know. Where had Abbott and Costello come from, anyway? They weren't Dublin townies, you said? It's all a blur, Padrigo. I swear they were from these parts, like Peach Blossom or something, but I could have dreamed that. Weird. I thought they were cool, but they were just pushers in it for business. I wasn't the only one taken in. Well, you go eat and let this pusher get his buttons straight. 1 onion cheboygi coming up. When the Kiddis duo arrives at the main mansion, a few staff greets them. In seconds, Robert comes out. All rested, I see. You both look fit. Simon whispers to Elle, not that I slept all that much. Simon, Jason here will take you to change, and Elle, I have someone who wants to meet you. A drop-dead, stunning hunk of 20-ish steps up in the small crowd. Hi, I'm Teague. Put yourself in my hands today. What do you have in mind? Elle asks, thrown by his killer smile. Well, to start, you have a massage scheduled in 10 minutes. Oh boy. Dad, I really feel like I should stay with you. Simon feels a bit embarrassed. Honey, what are you, nuts? I wish I had the day in store you do. Go right ahead and live in luxury. Well, okay then. I'll go back to the room and get my swimsuit and stuff, though. Jackson smiles and nudges her in Teague's direction, who takes over, gently prodding. We have everything you could ever need right here, Elle. Just enjoy yourself, Jackson adds. As she's ushered away, laughing, Simon starts to protest. Change up, Mr. Robert. Why? It's our safety protocols, Simon. You will be in the field with the demonstrators, so we err on the side of caution. I see. Very well, then. Jason, take Mr. Kittis to room M, and Angela, can you scare him up a coffee? I'll see you soon, Simon. After Kittis is the one ushered away, Jackson's driver speaks up as they drive out. Sir, can I ask a question, just because I'm trying to learn? Of course, Yuli. I commend you for that goal. How do you know about Mr. Kittis? Did you hear me call the weapon Emery number 99 yesterday? Ulysses nods. A man named Dr. Albert Emery has been working on this thing for 20 years. They are unaware I have been an anonymous benefactor since the very beginning. If this works as I hope, we'll be far advanced in the game. It's no coincidence Kittis is here. That was set in motion 5 years ago when he was reprimanded for rushing deals without his employer's knowledge. You see, he didn't learn. Oh, I see, sir. You have been reaching out for a while now. Reaching out? I like that. That's so clever, sir. I don't know if I could think that far ahead. You'll get it, Yuli. Just the fact that you ask shows you're thinking. Yeah, I guess it does. And, Yuli, it also helps that we sent a few low-life goths to seduce Kittis's daughter with heroin. She's a sucker for pretty boys. Oh, wow, hell, sir. That is thinking. Yes, Yuli. That's what is called thinking. When Simon emerges from an SUV after a brief ride out of town, he stands and walks stiffly. He feels like a reject in his tight leather commando clothes, puffed out with added flak vest and padding. He knows he's at the base of the area's Mount Jackson, but they are in front of a small steel salt box building in the middle of the woods. A squat man with acne and tufts of errant hair like spiders attacking his bald scalp comes over and speaks to Simon. I'm Mark, the guy mutters. I have the keys. They come up to a solid steel door, and the keeper unlocks it. Simon nods and goes in, following the little man down a long hall. They enter an elevator, which also goes down. Simon feels a bit queasy as the descent goes on and on. The resemblance to Alice's adventures down the rabbit hole doesn't escape him. Through there, the guy stutters as he opens the doors and goes over to a wall of oversized light switches and begins lifting each with a bang. Simon turns to a cement tunnel that opens out into a large field, very well kept. It is lit by enormous banks of lights. He looks up to a domed ceiling across the whole structure, and there are some booths built up in the skyline. It's like a nascent pro football stadium. The dwarfish guy comes barreling out of the tunnel, nearly tripping on his own pants, and runs up to Simon. He tells him through labored breath that he will be communicating to Mr. Jackson with cell phones, and he points to a glass booth where Robert waves. Simon goes to fetch his from his bag, and the man yells, "No! I mean, here, this is ours. Yours don't work out here." He gives Simon a white earpiece, and Jackson says, "Hello?" "I can hear you, sir. Thanks," Simon answers. "What is this place?" "A bunker of sorts, Kittis. We may turn this large space into anything. Offices, cafeterias. This is where we stand so far. Impressive, yes. There's a bench laid out for your use." No more Simon for me, I guess. Office is my southern bum, he thinks. He had seen plenty of what he could identify as lab equipment near the tunnel. Pallets and pallets of it, thinly veiled under tarpaulins. He looks over, and there is a bench at the long end of the field. Simon takes out the guns and lays them across it. He flicks a small switch on each and starts the sound of machinery powering up. Jackson can be seen to grin widely. "I feel a bit stupid in this getup, sir. My army hitch was 30 years back. Too much steak and margaritas since then." "Don't worry, Kittis. It's going to come back to you. Like riding a bike, no?" "Sir, someone from your organization signed a pre-purchase order with us, pending the final version of the Emery." Simon takes out some paperwork from his bag. This was why I felt confident I could pursue a meeting this weekend. Jackson and his team all laugh. Simon is confused and begins to get a bad feeling. You and your daughter are here because I want you here, Kittis. Who, pray tell, would have signed such paperwork? Well, understand, I didn't meet him. Only our office lady did. A Mr. Charles Rollins? With what date? February 18th of this year, sir? Impossible. Rollins was completely missing on that date. Someone is having us on, Kittis. Never mind that anyway. You are having your meeting, are you not? Okay, sorry. Well, let me tell you a little about what our Emory 99 is capable of. That won't be necessary, Kittis. Wouldn't you say you are an expert on the weapon and know its functioning backward and forward? I guess as much as there is one, yes, sir, Simon bluffed. And wouldn't you say that a person wielding it would be next to impossible to kill? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, I would. I'd put its efficacy up against anything. Can I meet our soldiers for today? You can. Into a separate walkie-talkie, Simon hears Jackson say, "Let in our friends we found nosing around the golf course." A wall-sized garage-type door slithers up slowly at the other end of the field. There is a long pause. Simon can't imagine what would need such an immense entrance. After several minutes of intense silence, two tiny people come walking out of the opening. They are so belittled by the setting that Simon can barely make them out. But when he gets a look at the shuffling beings, he swears he sees a solid older gent and a slightly younger black woman, stoic and strange. Town aldermen, he recognizes them from a brochure he read when researching Stillwater. But they were bright and smiling in that picture. Brilliant, Jackson is heard to say aloud. John and Susie. Then he laughs heartily. They're busting my chops. Everything Simon had hoped about today comes crashing down, along with his gut. The people he is dealing with no longer seem serious. He tries to think of an out to all this without ruining the weekend for Elle, but this whole thing is some kind of a sick charade. Funny, Robert. Soldiers? I don't know what you're playing at, but this weapon is too serious to be tampered with. I should not be showing it right now anyway. Can we please part friends and reschedule? Reschedule? Nonsense, Kittis. Here and now is perfect. Who better to demonstrate the weapon than you? Sir, I am not trained for such activity. I repeat, I am not in a position to do such a thing. Ever hear patience is a virtue, Kittis? I believe you will be compelled to participate. So Simon stands there, while two older people make their way to him from way across the field. The black woman, on the right, begins to overtake the man and is approaching just a bit more rapidly. But do Simon's eyes deceive him? The two figures appear to grow spontaneously, to double in size. From the distance he is standing, they seem to be a good 10 feet tall. What is all this? What the hell is going on? Simon asks. I should mention, Kittis, in our experience, guns have little effect on these opponents. They only make them angrier. Simon can hear the whole booth stifling a laugh. It's like Jackson opens a floodgate to another reality at this statement. Both of the tall people suddenly burst into different identities, those of rampaging humanoid animals. Their bodies are like enormous apes, while their heads resemble lizards, forked tongues flicking in and out. They are running now, at full speed toward their apparent prey, Simon. The ground quakes. Holy fuck, Simon shouts aloud. It's sinking in that he's in trouble. He looks around. The unmonitored garage door at the other end is the only opening to the property that affords escape. He grabs one of the Emory 99s, and since the creatures are running up the side of the field to his left now, He goes right and begins to run toward the other end like he's Lamar Miller. He tucks his head under the strap that he has already positioned to fit his torso. He tries to get the 3 sliders near his right hand correct in his mind as he scrambles. He slides the top one and points to the barreling beasts, who now pivot to come straight at him. A robotic female voice sounds. Taser. His trigger releases a burst of high-voltage electricity in an arc as wide as his dish, and it registers. The crowd-controlled taser hits both animals, and they fall hard to the turf. The one that was already out in front and moving the fastest tumbles over without restraint. That hurt, Simon yells as he turns on the speed to get by them. In the booth, Jackson is being entertained. "Oh, well done, Kiddus. You see, you aren't that out of it." He turns to a colleague. "Clay, what the hell are those things?" Clay Parker has been monitoring the construction of a pro golf course, where these unwelcome guests show up now and again. "The guys have been calling them warp dragons, sir. I guess because they are sort of a cross between a were-ape and a big lizard. They can get by you because of their shape-shifting abilities. Nasty. We've lost more than one of the crew to them." "How the hell did you rein them in?" "We went nowhere near them. A half-dozen goats in a tractor-trailer and boom, close the doors. Then we just backed it into the port and have at it. We didn't know they had transformed." "Good one on us," Jackson chuckled. "Incidentally, get Mark on the line. Make sure that port is closed. Look." Simon goes his hardest toward the garage opening. At age 56, he does like to keep in relatively good condition, but he hasn't attempted this type of all-out sprint in years. He breathes so heavily and aches so hard, he prays silently not to have a cardiac event before he can get out. He isn't fast enough. By the time he reaches the far right corner, he finds himself backed in by the thing that had been the old man, who had easily regained footing after the taser. The thing stops about 20 feet from him, thinking it has him on all sides. It opens its maw and releases what could only be described as a Godzilla-like roar. Simon is so terrified, he fumbles with the emery. He's starting to lose it and can't catch his breath. "T slide, B, A, 1, he whispers to himself. He pushes the lowest slide. "Active denial system," says his lady comrade. Simon squeezes and holds the trigger. The beast pauses and doubles over, mouth agape. It looks confused and is obviously experiencing pain. "Best back off now. That's a good dino," Simon utters nervously. He struggles to get his breath back. It doesn't move. Simon continues to hold the trigger down. "Ah, shit. Come on, damn it." Then something changes. Open lesions appear on its arms and legs, and they are spreading rapidly. The microwave beams from the emery are burning its furry skin. It backs up fast and rolls over in agony on the grass. "I told you to move!" Simon can't wait. He darts toward the center of the far end and the open door. It's a longer stretch than it had appeared, and he is not hopeful. The other creature has recovered and is a step ahead of him, already heading toward the merciful escape hatch. In the booth, Clay has bad news. "Boss, the truck is still in the bay. I have to find the driver with the keys." Idiots. I never thought Kiddus would make it this far anyway. Clay looks at him, waiting to be dressed down. "Well, move! Find him!" Ulysses, the chauffeur, tries to take this opportunity. "Sir, can I ask—" "Not now, Yuli, for Hades' sake." The second beast reaches the opening before Simon and blocks him. Simon takes a beat to look down at his buttons, and the next thing he knows, a solid paw swipes at him, and he is thrown several feet to the left. He skitters hard across the ground and stops up against a wooden barricade. The thing wastes no time coming at him. With his diminishing strength and scattered thoughts, he at least knows to hit button B and pull the trigger. Laser, says the gun. At the same moment, he sees the other beast getting up. This one drives at him with arms open. It's close enough that its sweat is raining down on Simon, and he's able to open fire directly at its eyes. He shoots 2 high-powered lasers from the muzzle hole in the center of his dish, and they strike with incredible accuracy and heat. Though nothing in his arsenal has stopped the behemoths, this shot at least has blinded the closest one. It staggers around, flailing at nothing, but is so close and not altogether immobilized that it manages to scoop Simon up in its claws and throw him again. This time, Simon flies and bounces along the fence, first hitting with his back and hearing something audibly snap. On subsequent bounces, his arms strike hard, and then finally, his head hits the top of the barrier with intense force. Sorry, Elle. All goes black as he lands. Jackson turns to leave the booth without a word. Everyone knows their role. He looks to the driver, following behind. What did you want to ask, Yulie? Well, sir, I was curious. If them guns don't work on the devils, why were you interested? In our business, you never know when you may have a problem of the human variety. For someone so adorable, you're a handful, Teague says as he slathers lotion on Elle's back. She holds down the bikini straps of the indecently small suit they've provided so he can rub her shoulders. You're doing fine, she moans softly. Ooh, I love that sound, Teague teases. I wish you'd let me really relax you. I know, Romeo, but hey, sorry I had to slow you down. I mean, we just met. I'm a slut, but I'm not a stupid slut. I like the sound of that. Can I at least... Last syllable rhymes with kiss, right? Elle looks at his eyes, registered squarely on hers. She nearly gasps at his sumptuousness. It is allowed, she says, and they go at it, making out until she loses track of time. She thinks, is this really happening to me? If that's your opening salvo, I can't wait for the finale, she says, and they both laugh. Hey, different subject. I thought you said this stuff had no alcohol. It doesn't. It's my own special brew. Completely organic, I promise. Well, Mr. Man, I could swear I'm getting a buzz on. I feel so lightheaded. I hope it's the company and the kissing, because I want more. And you shall have it, she says, giggling. Teague's phone rings, and they look at each other. Sorry. I have to take this. I have duties in about half an hour. I hoped you'd join me. Then I'll go to that party with you. Hey, that reminds me, she says as she motions him to answer. My dad should have been done by now. That meeting must have been a monster. Teague hears Clay Parker on the other end. What? I'm in the middle here. Her father is at Peach Blossom Hospital. He's in a coma. The boss just says, well, you know. Oh, damn, that's horrible. Teague looks at Elle, all serious now. Yes, I'll let her know. We'll go straight there afterward. She looks up at him, a little frightened now. Elle, it's nothing. While your dad was demonstrating, he twisted his ankle. They are just making sure it's not sprained. At Peach Blossom ER. You'll be fine. Aw, the goober. I told him to be careful. Will you take me over there, please, right away? She packs up the stuff they gave her. I tell you, I had this really dark feeling right before his appointment. Like I knew I should have gone with him. I don't know, something... Hey, slow down. Teague grabs her hands. Don't worry, hotshot. To be continued at the party. Oh, it's not that. I have a duty in 10 minutes. Can you please come along? It's at our pier. It's very brief, then I'll take you to the hospital right away. Well, what's the gig? It's a little ceremony we do here. It's kind of our luau. But it'll be over before you know it, believe me. Oh, geez, I don't know. Listen, I promise it will stay with you forever. And you know what? You being an outsider, I bet you'll be the specialist guest of the whole thing. Well, how can I refuse? Guide on Big Kahuna. He pecks L on the cheek, and thus leadeth the lamb.
This story was brought to you by Crystal Lake Publishing on Patreon, for those who want more out of life than everyone else.